What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from the Carton Brewing Company, and they're out of Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey, and this is their Nitro Light and Sweet. So they're calling this one a cream ale that is brewed with coffee, and then given the nitro treatment, it comes in at 6% alcohol by volume, 20 IBUs, and at the time of review, this can is just under 2.5 months old. So just saw this one when I went on a recent beer run, the first one that I've went on since basically late February, with the whole pandemic and everything. And I see Carton stuff occasionally in Rochester, New York, but in Buffalo, this is the first time I've seen a Carton product. And it was in the cooler, so I grabbed it, and it was already about 2 months of age on it. So with the coffee, I was a little bit worrisome there, but at the same time, it looks like it was kept cold the entire time, so we should be okay. Now, on the side here, it says Light and Sweet is a continuation of the regular coffee game, where regular derives its creaminess from the warm richness of a higher ABV. Light and Sweet looks to a nitro treatment for body, allowing the same flavors with less sugar and less alcohol. A nimbler version of our amusing beer rendition of the acidic, bitter coffee curbed by milk and 2 sugars that starts a day in a paper cup for the all-day drinker. I just stopped reading for some reason. Anyway, it says drink light and sweet when you want more than one, but there has to be a morning after. So yeah, I guess their regular is a bigger version. I don't know. We don't get a lot of Carton here, so I don't really know. But I saw this one, I was like, a coffee cream ale in nitro? Yeah, I was like, why not? Let's do it. So using the Gesture King glass here, so hopefully when I crack this one open, it doesn't go everywhere and I can get it right into the glass. I'm gonna pour it hard like you do nitro beers, or you're supposed to anyway. So let's see. Okay, I don't want it to go everywhere. So there are little chunks of what I would assume is coffee in there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there are goodies everywhere at the bottom. So that is very interesting. I don't know, it definitely looks like it might be like coffee grounds or something. I have no idea. A little bit left in here. We'll just leave it in there, put it over here for now. But yeah, that looks like a cream ale. Has this really like yellow-orange color. Maybe a little bit more murky and turbid than you would expect. Has about a 2-finger of a super creamy looking, typical for, a nitro beer, bright white head. Again, has all those, I want to say they're like coffee grounds at the bottom there. I don't know. I don't think that's yeast or anything. Whatever. Anyway, let's get a nose. Yeah, so coffee, big time coffee. Coffee with cream. Acidic, bright. Yeah, it smells like fresh coffee. A little bit of like a light lemon, like a citrus tone to the nose. Yeah, I mean, it smells like a sweeter cup of joe. It smells like you put some cream and sugar in a cup of coffee. That's kind of the nose it has. I mean, it's intense, but it doesn't smell like black coffee. The base cream ale, again, I'm getting like a citrus vibe to it. I'm not really getting any like kind of, any kind of like bready, biscuity, or any kind of like crackery, or anything. Like the base malt isn't coming through in the nose. It smells pretty good though. Coffee cream ale, sure. I think I've had a couple coffee cream ales. I think Ballast Point did one that was pretty good. I've had another one, can't remember, but usually I enjoy them. That's why I picked this one up. So anyway, let's get into it. Cheers, although I will say, never had one in a nitro can, so cheers. It's nice. It's real nice. It's funny because 6% 20 IBU. You think of nitro beers, you think of like a creaminess and they have a thickness or whatever because of the head and the nitro treatment. But this one is actually like higher side of light body. Yeah, it's actually like higher side of light body, but the mouthfeel, soft, smooth, super creamy, nitro treatment. That's a cool experience. I've only had that a couple other times in nitro beers. I think it was like, Guinness did like a nitro blonde or whatever, kind of similar in that aspect from like just the feel of the body and the mouthfeel. The taste though, it's kind of like a sweet coffee, honestly. Right at the forefront, I'm hit with coffee, but it's sweet. It's almost like you put cream and sugar into it. Has a sweeter coffee vibe to it. Pass through the palate. The cream ale kind of sticks its head in. Again, like a lemony citrus. And then you're getting I'm getting like a little bit of like a cereal grain kind of sweetness. I was going to say cereal gain, like you're gaining cereal. Like, no, cereal grain sweetness. That kind of hits mid-palate. That's where the coffee kind of stops. And then it finishes relatively clean. Leans to the sweeter side of things. Not a lot of bitterness, just a slight bitterness from the coffee. from the beer in general. Really nice, super easy to drink. Though all those coffee grounds or whatever the hell is in the bottom there, I'm not really drinking them because they've kind of, you know, they've kind of settled on the bottom, so it's not really an issue. Not overly complex. You're basically getting coffee that has like a lactose kind of sweetness to it. I don't think they're brewing this one with lactose. I have no idea. So coffee added, but it has like a lactose kind of sweetness. So it's coffee with lactose, a little bit of like a zesty, bright kind of lemon feature from the base cream ale, and then a little bit of cereal grain kind of component. Finishes relatively clean, slight bitterness. Not much to really speak of there. Yeah, I mean, this is a super drinkable 6% coffee cream ale. That's the way I look at it. To me, it's nothing like super amazing, but I'm enjoying this, and I'm glad I picked this one up. Yeah, pretty good. Not much more to say about it. It's very simple, very simplistic, but it does it well. Like I don't want this one to be super complex. Like you have the coffee, you have the cream ale aspect. They're both, you know, intertwined. The flavors are intertwined to make a coffee cream ale, and that's kind of what I was looking for. I think it's cool given the nitro treatment, because with a cream ale, when you say coffee cream ale, it adds like the creaminess you would expect from like a nice cup of coffee that has milk and sugar in it. So yeah, not much more to say about it. The body's really good. I mean, I like that it's lighter. I like that it's not real thick. The mouth feels fantastic because it's nitro, and I like the flavor profile. So pretty damn good beer. So I'm going to give Nitro Light and Sweet from Carton, I'm going to give that straight 4 out of 5. I think it's a really well done beer. Not much more to say about it. I don't think you go into this one thinking it's going to be overly complex or anything, because it isn't, and I'm fine with that. I always say beer doesn't need to be complex to be good, and this is the case where I'm getting like 3 or 4 characters. Really, the body and mouthfeel are really winning me over with this one, and yeah, I could buy a 4-pack of this and throw it down quite easily. So yeah, price point and availability. I want to say, and again, this is because we probably don't get Carton here all that often. I want to say that 4 packs of these are like, in my area, like $20, something like that, $18.99. It's pretty crazy. I think I paid like, I think it was almost $5 for that can. So that's expensive for 6%, you know, coffee cream ale. But it's in a nitro can. They're using coffee, and it's a brewery we don't get too often. Now, if this is, you know, that price close to the brewery, I think it's a little bit high. But in this day and age, so many beers are $18 to $20 a 4-pack, so I don't think it's outside the realm of what you're paying for a lot of beers like this. Now, if you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it, and also let me know the price point that you paid for it, because like I said, I think I paid like, it was like $4.69 a can or something like that, so a bit pricey, but I still grabbed it because, again, it sounds quite unique. The availability, I have no idea with Carton stuff. Like I said, I've never seen Carton in Buffalo. I've seen them in Rochester, never seen them in Buffalo, so I don't know if we're starting to get distro from them. This is the only beer I saw at the bottle shop I went to, and again, the can was a couple months old, so I have no idea. I'd imagine that, you know, they get pretty good distro in and around New Jersey, maybe into like closer to New York City and whatnot, maybe into PA, like Scranton and places like that, you know, northeastern Pennsylvania. But yeah, I don't really know the availability. So if anybody knows the price point and availability of Carton stuff, let me know. I think it's a pretty damn good beer, and I think 4 out of 5 is the appropriate score. So I appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. If you've had this one before, like I said, let me know what you think about it. And oh yeah, the nitro treatment. The main reason I picked this one up is not just because it was coffee cream ale, but it's because it was given the nitro treatment, throwing a nitro can, whatever you want to say. And I'm always intrigued by nitro beers, no matter what they are, because, you know, the Guinness Draft is, you know, the beer that everybody knows when it comes to nitro beers. But when I see like craft breweries using nitro, I'm always intrigued. I'm always curious. So that's kind of why I picked this one up, and I think it works well with what they tried to do with this beer. So if you see this one and you do like nitro, give it a go. That would be my recommendation. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by. To the next one. Cheers.